Alright, hey guys, it's day 101, come out of Ashland. It's a little bit of an issue, I don't know if you can tell, but the day we went into Ashland, 4th of July, that night was a fire started in Northern California called the Klamath Fire, and went from 50 to 100 to 1,000 to 5,000 to 8,000 acres in a matter of about 12 hours. And as you can see, it is really smoky right now. And before you question my sanity, if you look at the trail coming out of Ashland, you would think that once you got to Ashland you'd be going north after it, but after Callahan's, but you're actually not. You're actually not going north yet. You go south until you get to Pilot Rock, which I just saw, and then you cut kind of northeast for a few miles, and then you just head due north, which is away from the fire, and that's what we're shooting for right now. We're still in the kind of northeast portion of the route. It's not too smoky down at ground level. It's really smoky when you get on the exposed views. Looking back at Shasta, you can see the smoke to the south. And coming down that south section before you turned east, the way the wind was blowing, it was actually raining some ashes, which is kind of sketchy. But two guys I know made it out yesterday before they closed I-5. They closed I-5, and then this morning they opened it back up. I looked around Ashland, it wasn't that smoky, so I got a ride from a trail angel, got back to the trail, and you can tell over there, it's gonna be kind of a long video, but tell over there that it's really smoky. I don't really know if it was the right decision or not, but I'm pretty confident tonight I'm just gonna hike until I get out of this heavy smoke, whether it's 20, 30, 40 miles, hike through the night and try to get away from this fire. Like I said, it's rapidly growing. They're not able to contain hardly any of it. 5% contain is what they said. So we're 101 days in. We made it all the way to Oregon, and we're already in fire season. So get off here, get some miles in. But that's the update. Day 103. We are in Oregon. Yesterday was a little iffy. We were walking just slightly north of the Klamath Fire. That last night, it sounds like it hit the Oregon-California border. I walked toward the Oregon-California border when I left Ashland. As you can see in the last video, it took heavy smoke. Got around Pilot Rock, which was only a few miles from the border yesterday afternoon. And the smoke flume was rain some ash, and that was a little sketchy, but turned up, headed north, camped at a place called Lake Campground. It's like a driving campground with some other thru hikers. And then today, just north of that, probably 2 miles, and it's looking better. The wind was pretty gusty yesterday, and pretty calm this morning. Hopefully that helps out with the fire. And today, gonna push kind of a big day. Get ahead of this fire, get some miles in Oregon. Try to make it to Fish Lake, which is 30 miles from High Lake. And that's the plan for today. And we're gonna keep on going through Oregon. All right. Morning, everyone. It's day 104, Sunday. We're still in southern Oregon. Last night, stayed at the free campsite, Fish Lake Resort. It's really nice. Ate dinner there last night, had some loud music. And this morning, got up, ate breakfast, and it went up to 140. And I tried to hitch a ride back to the trail. It's about 2 miles, and didn't have any luck. So just walked it, got back on the trail, When I started at the road, I was about 47 miles away from Crater Lake. That's where I'm headed. I don't know how many miles I'm going to get today. It's really nice. As you can see, we're in green tunnel list territory. I'm happy that there's not, pretty much got out of the smoke. Last night it was a little smoky at Fish Lake, but when I woke up, the sky was clear. I think the thing that caused that was when I was coming out of Ashland, on the fire, the Klamath Fire, it's probably past the Oregon and California. There was heavy wind. First day I hiked out of Ashland, and it pushed the smoke plume north, I don't know, 20 or 30 miles. And then that smoke just settled at a little bit higher elevation. So we're still seeing that. Saw it at Hyatt Lake. And I saw a little bit of it at Fish Lake last night, but it wasn't too bad. Fish Lake was really nice. There's lots of people there because, like I said, it's a weekend. Everyone was there enjoying camping, fishing, I don't know, canoeing, boating. They were doing everything. And it's pretty nice. And like I said, headed to Crater Lake. That's where I'm going to get my next box. And then after that, I'm going to go to Shelter Cove Resort and get another box. Hopefully at that point get a shower and keep on moving through Oregon. That's it for now. Alright, good morning guys. Day 105. We're on our way to Crater Lake National Park. Hopefully gonna get there this afternoon. Maybe early, maybe late. Just depends on how fast we go. Yesterday, right after, I don't know, in the afternoon the bugs started to get really bad. Hiked in my head net, and then I went to get some water at a place called Snow Lake, and then I found a spot to camp on the side of the trail, and the bugs were bad. Ate dinner and breakfast inside the bug net and packed up and moved out. They're not as bad when you're walking, but still pretty annoying. And so probably not going to stop much today, and hopefully we won't have to take too many restroom breaks, because that's when they get pretty aggressive. So here's the trail in Oregon. The trail's actually not too bad, and I'm gonna keep on going. Reach a box at Crater Lake, stay there for the night, and then keep going north and hopefully get to an area where there's less bugs. Alright, hey everyone, it's day 106, and today a little special treat. We are not on the PCT. We are in Crater Lake National State Park. As you can see behind me, that's Rim Village, and the section of the PCT around Crater Lake National Park, most people don't take it because it doesn't go by the lake, and no one's going to hike 1,800 miles and not see Crater Lake. So we come around here, and anyways, that section is actually closed because of the fire, so you can't do it anyways. So we came up the Rim alternate trail, getting ready to take the path around the lake. And that's Crater Lake. And as you can tell, there's quite a few people here. It's a nice day. Alright, that's it. We're gonna get ready to take the rim trail. And it's a really long, dry trail. There's a camp about halfway through that has water, but I'm not planning on going to the camp. Try to make it 12 miles to the water cache. And so we're gonna go from there. It's a little surprising because they said there's still snow on the rim trail, which I see a little bit of snow now, but kind of surprising since it's July. But That's the update for today. Next stop is Shelter Cove. And then after that, finally gonna go into an actual town, either Sisters or Bend. I don't know which one yet, but that's it. Everyone, it's day 107. We are still in Oregon, making our way to Shelter Cove Resort. We're right outside Crater Lake. Hiked the rim trail yesterday, and then we went to one of the water caches between Crater Lake and I think it's called Thelson Creek. It's a pretty gigantic waterless stretch, but some local trail angels that there's a few spots where there's either highways or dirt roads that local trail angels have set up water caches for PCT hikers. It's pretty nice. Last night I stayed right beside one of those water caches because I was still about 8 miles away from Thelson Creek at about 6:30. So I figured I'd just get up in the morning, get to the creek, and then after the creek it's probably about a 20-mile dry stretch to another water source. It's pretty hard to get to. Shooting Star, 6-Star Creek is down a hill, down a steep hill or something. Then you go to Wendigo Gap. There's another cache there, which is 30 miles from where I started this morning. May try to get there, I'm not sure. Today, somewhere either before I get done or at the end, option to do the Oregon Skyline Trail and avoid some snow, but I'm probably just going to do the PCT. Some comments about some snow on the rim trail. A few weeks ago, when I did it, there was like one patch on the side of a hill. So a few weeks makes a big difference in snow. So going through Oregon, worst thing I'm dealing with right now is not really the dry stretches, it's really the bugs. Mosquitoes are just everywhere. It's not just around water. They're just following you as soon as you stop to take a break or have to go use the restroom. Mosquitoes just attack you. So every once in a while I get to a spot with a nice breeze. It's nice to stop and get a little breather away from the bugs. But today, headed to Shelter Cove. And then after that, we'll go into one of the few towns you get to go into Oregon, besides Ashland, and going into Bend. It's a pretty big town, REI and stuff. So that's where we're at. All right, hello everyone. Day 108. Coming to you live from Diamond Peak Wilderness in Oregon. As you can see, I'm wearing my bug net. Doesn't work very well. Don't recommend getting the Uncle Ben's and visiting it if you come out on the trail that has a lot of bugs. And just ate lunch. I had like an 8-minute lunch. That's all I could stand with the mosquitoes. Trying to stay positive, getting ready to go to Shelter Cove, get a nice shower, do some laundry. I made a bit of a logistical error, so my resupply package isn't going to be there. So I'm going to get what I can from the store, keep going, get to Sisters, and I'm meeting a friend there, and then maybe go back to Shelter Cove and get the package, but I don't really know yet. Oregon has been actually really easy hiking. It's been a little dry. There's some awesome trail angels that put some water caches and really helped me out. Try not to get more than a liter from them, but there's some of them that are in giant, like 20-30 mile dry stretches. So it really helped out. Appreciate that. And like I said, on our way to Shelter Cove, and about 10 miles away right now from the turnoff. and we were moving through Oregon. I can see why people want to get through here in 2 weeks, and the reason is one. Secondary reason is it's pretty flat. Hiking's pretty easy actually, and the primary reason is the bugs. These are the worst bugs I've ever seen in my entire life. There are mosquitoes in the AT, but they're nothing like this. It's not just every once in a while, it's not just around water, it's not just around ponds. I mean, you could be in a 20-mile drive stretch on top of a ridge and mosquitoes would be swarming you. They could be swarming you. And I just got some water back at a spring a minute ago. And when I first got there, they weren't that bad, but then I started to see a few, 4 or 5, 6 or 7. And then I was filtering my water, which is kind of slow like all Sawyer squeezes, but I was filtering my water, and by the time I was done, there was probably 30 mosquitoes beside me. I was swatting at them, and that's right after I had just sprayed some bug spray with DEET on, on my clothes and my arms to try to keep them at bay. And it just doesn't help. They're vicious, and you come and hike this part of Oregon this time, which is about July. Get a good head net. I left mine at home. Maybe pants. All the advice I got for you. We'll talk to you next time. Alright, good afternoon everyone. It's day 109. We're hiking out of Shelter Cove. Ate lunch before I hiked out. Knock on wood, first couple miles, haven't seen too many bugs. So it's been kind of nice. It got kind of a late start. I'm trying to go to a place called Charlton Lake. It's probably about 14 miles from where I'm at right now. And got a lot of comments. It's really good camping, nice water source. So I'm gonna hang out there tonight. And tomorrow, gonna pick the miles back up a little bit for me. Do about 30 to get back on schedule to be in Sisters. I don't know, Monday or Tuesday. That's what I'm shooting for. So I can get into Bend, go to REI, enjoy some of the town stuff in Bend. It's been a little while since I've been in actual town. It was Ashland on the 4th of July. So it's pretty nice. But we're still in Oregon. As you can see, when you're not down by a lake, it's following Green Tunnel. Some people kind of gives them the blues, but kind of reminds me of the AT. And get some shade, which is nice. A lot of the PCT super exposed, so all day sun's beating down on you. But that's where we're at, day 109. Talk to you later. Alright, good morning everyone. It's day 110. Just crossed the boundary for the Three Sisters Wilderness in Oregon. It's about 8 o'clock. And the bugs are intense. I camped down by a lake last night. They were pretty bad down there. And for a little bit this morning, they weren't that bad. I walked through a burned out area. And they weren't too bad, but then they just started swarming everywhere. So I got the bug net on. And hopefully, gonna make this day 2 more days, be in Bend, take a 0 day away from these bugs, and get back at it. I already had a view of what I think was Three Sisters. It was a really nice view of the mountains. Still got a little snow on them. But that's where we're going. We're gonna try to get about between 25 and 30 miles today. That's what my plan is, to meet the person that's gonna give me a ride into Bend on Monday afternoon. So that's where we're at. As you can see, full-on Green Tunnel. So we'll talk to you next time. All right, good morning everyone. It's day 111. Switch over to the normal side to take the videos from. Day 111, I stayed on the trail out of Elk Lake Resort area last night. Went down there for dinner. Yesterday was a pretty easy day. It was really flat. We wound up in like 25 miles at 3 o'clock. So I went down to Elk Lake, got some dinner, had had a few drinks, and then went back up the trail and camped right where it connected with the PCT, because they were charging $11 for camp spots, and I'm getting ready to go into Bend anyway. So, but I found a good spot. Usually with the hammock it's super easy, especially when you're in Oregon and look around and it looks like that. So there's hammock spots everywhere, except for of course the burned areas, but haven't been that bad today. And so where we're at, we're still in Three Sisters Wilderness. We haven't really got to where the Three Sisters are yet. We're about, I don't know, at this point 40 miles away from where I'm going into Bend at Centurion Pass. Today we're probably going to go near McKenzie Pass, which is the first spot to go into Bend. But I have enough food. I went down to Elk Lake, and their hiker box was just stocked full of stuff that people didn't want. I guess people get packages there a lot, maybe as southbounders, I'm not sure. But I opened it up, there's a whole mountain house, all kinds of really good snack bars. So I got some of that stuff, traded some of my stuff out that I didn't like, put it in the hiker box. And so I'm gonna go, there's a nice little lake about 20 miles from where I'm at right now. I'm gonna go there and camp, eat my mountain house, and then wake up and hike to Centurion Pass tomorrow. And I know someone that lives in Bend, so I'm gonna get a ride into town. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Bend has an REI, and you go to REI and get some stuff. The gaiters that I have in my shoes are crap. All the socks I have holes in the big toe, which I'm really not happy about, but every pair of Injinji socks I've had have blown out the big toe. So I'm probably gonna get like 3 pairs of socks, try to make it for the rest of the trail. But that's where we're at. And the bugs have been a little bad today, but it's kind of been off and on today. It hasn't been as bad consistently as it was the first part of southern Oregon. But we're just gonna keep hiking in this green tunnel. A lot of people are doing a little complaining that, you know, there's not that many views, you're just in the green tunnel all day, but I mean, that's where the trail in my neck of the woods is, so I don't really mind as long as the bugs aren't trying to attack me, which they're really good at. So that's where we're at, day 111. We're gonna keep on moving to Washington.